having so much business come through the shop, and I feel like I'm losing a little bit by not documenting some of it and throwing it out there on YouTube or some other platforms. So we're pulling in right now. Just got that jet ski done. Just needed a battery, cable and battery replacement. That boat right there, Mako, 60 horse Mercury on the back. Had to have a fuel system clean out, and so that's done. Those are getting picked up today. The tractor, the mule. So that's my red boat, which I've been kind of throwing motors on to test before I sell them, because I've been selling a lot of motors. So put them on there, go test drive them, whatever, make sure they're good before I sell them to somebody. This guy I just picked up, actually already spent about 2 weeks working on it. Just was not locked up necessarily, but there was some water in the cylinders. So I got that out. I actually ended up bringing the crane over and kind of tilting the entire engine upside down, but had to get a new key made, which was an interesting dilemma, because you can't just buy another one of these. You got to have this thing programmed. So found a guy. We ended up getting it done, kind of barely, because at first he couldn't make a connection with the computer, blah blah blah. Finally got it done. He told me the ski only has 209 hours on it, so that was pretty cool. He sold me some carburetor kits. I rebuilt the carburetor, so I had to replace the starter and the battery. Now it's, I cleaned out the fuel tank, and it's like pretty good to go. I say that. Let me replace the key here. Yeah, I don't know why this started. Sometimes doesn't seem like it's the best starter. It was just an Amazon starter, so might end up replacing that again. But I'm gonna detail it right now, so I might just, I guess, set the camera down. I've already pressure washed this thing. Not today, obviously. It's been sitting out in the sun for about a week, but this has been here, did not come off with the pressure washing, so I'm really hoping to get that orange out from where it sat before I got it, and hopefully that degreaser can kind of help get into that. But other than that, I mean, you can't really tell what's kind of just on the surface and what's below the surface, but there's just some black spots kind of all around that won't come out with the pressure washer. So we're gonna go after it. Obviously this is all like my handprints and stuff, so I'll get that out. What I'm going to be doing here is starting to get an aggressive clean on the ski, removing all the wax using a degreaser. It's going to help clean it way more aggressively than a regular boat soap, which is recommended for not removing wax. If you want to just keep your boat or jet ski clean, you don't want to be using a degreaser all the time, or really ever, unless you're planning on putting wax back on. But I'll be using the Magic Eraser is what I'm using, and a regular sponge. So I start with this degreaser here. I'm just going to mix up a little potion here. And at this point, like I said, I'm just getting an aggressive clean in. This is not stuff you want to use on your boat or jet ski for a normal cleaning. Just reiterating that. This is only stuff you want to be using if you're planning on actually waxing your vessel after the fact. So this is going to be the first step. After this, I'm going to go into a buffing with that buffer on the left side of the table, and I'll use a buffing compound to help kind of get some of the shine back, maybe get a little bit of the chalkiness out of the gel coat. And after that, I will be rinsing that off and applying a true coat of wax, letting that set up for 15 to 30 minutes and wiping that off with a microfiber towel. That should give you a pretty good result. Sometimes wet sanding is needed for vessels that have chalky coatings, but in this case, this is just a jet ski. I'm not going for a showroom finish. I just want to improve what I have and then protect what I have. I'm going after it now with the Magic Eraser, spot cleaning every single blemish or mark, mar, anything like that that I want gone before I put my wax on. Okay, so already you can tell, I mean, most of that black kind of moldish looking staining is gone. Going down the sides. I mean, this thing's pretty darn clean on this side. And just for comparison, go around this side, all of this still just kind of superficial staining, but there's some areas where you couldn't just rub it with a regular sponge and get it off. Obviously all this oranging is what I'm going for to get removed, the biggest part of the deal. So I'm going to spray that out right now, just because it's got some leaves in it. If I can get all those leaves out. Alright, I'm going to go after this side. Okay, so this thing is looking pretty freaking amazing in terms of not having any more spots on it, anything like that. It is just a slight amount of chalky, but you know, I got a lot of that oranging out. There's still just a hairline that is embedded pretty deep. I'm sure if I worked on it for another 30 minutes it would come out, but honestly I'm pretty happy with it. I think optimally I want to use probably a like a vinyl like protectant, so I might go run to Walmart and get some of that, and then after that shoot, we should put this thing back together and go take it out. It looks so good. I want to use it when it looks good. So let me go ahead and just work on these for a minute. I can't be betted. I can't be betted. I can't be betted. Be betted. Okay, so I don't have any more of the stuff, so honestly I just put some water in here and shook it around. It's probably not recommended, but it does seem like it's flowing like a product. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this camera set up again somewhere and just show you how I do this. A lot of people do this kind of thing in different ways, so Don't judge, but let me see right there. I generally use product called Manzurna, but I don't have that. Essentially what I'm doing here is just turning it on half speed, kind of letting the product work itself in until I see a shine. There's really not much of a reflective shine coming off this side at all. And if I can look over here, I'm definitely getting a pretty good reflective shine. So I'd say maybe I'll give it another shot here. Finish this side, do the other side, clean it, wax it. See what it goes. Use this wash and wax. It's gonna just help me get this compound, kind of the excess of it off, which I'm gonna start doing here shortly. Now I've mixed it up in that red bucket. Something happened here with my audio. It was going in and out, but I'm just telling you that the polish worked. It looked pretty good, so I'm getting ready to go ahead and wax it. And you just let it sit. You just kind of apply it like that. But it's gonna look, really wavy and green or whatever color, depends on the wax you got. But went all the way around it, so it's gonna soak in right now. See, it's like all in the crevices and stuff. It's just gonna soak in. I did it on the green part. I'm gonna figure out right now how to put that hood back on because both of the screws are broken. And then we will go ahead and take our microfiber cloth and just wipe it all off, and then that's gonna be final shine. This should last, like, I don't know, if it's covered, maybe it's gonna last 6 months. If it's out here uncovered, maybe 2 months. So it should be a pretty good shine. It'll be, an inviting jet ski to use. Wax is probably soaked in most of what it's going to. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe it off. Got microfibers, fresh microfibers, and just gonna wipe all this off. I'll see what I can demonstrate on footage, but see, there's definitely, might be able to see my finger mark there, but you just wipe this stuff off. Kind of comes off like, hard to describe, like wax, but it's hardened now, so you're essentially removing it, and then you get this really smooth, shiny surface, and this is going to be the whole ski. So I am really digging this already, and we're just going to keep going. Whew, all right, guys. Well, in this Texas heat, about 109 out, it is hard right now to do this kind of stuff, but and just getting it knocked out, I mean, man, this thing looks so good. Coming from where it was, there's still a little bit of wax here. Let's get that all the way off. A little bit up there. Anyways, okay. Man, this thing has a shine to it. It did not have a shine before. Definitely has a pretty good shine now. And it is not dirty, for the most important fact. So we are about to go to the lake, and I might put the drone up in the air or something I'll get all my stuff loaded and meet y'all over there. All right, we are headed to the lake. Turn that down. Headed to the lake. Canyon Lake is where I'm headed right now. Probably about 10-15 minutes away from the launch. Starting to see a lot of boats, things like that. So yeah, gonna put the jet ski in, got it back there in tow, and we will see you on the water. Found this little spot, and jet ski has been running good. It's not the first time I ran it, it's the second time, but you know, it did have those the issue with the water in the cylinder whenever I got it, but I think it was just from the last guy trying to run it on the hose and didn't actually ever get it started, so it backflowed. I'm not too concerned about it now. I mean, it's running great, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we get back, but I think it's fine. So